The fear of missing out. You know, I think a lot of people today feel that. And if you're someone who doesn't really have much going for themselves at the moment, it can really hit you hard. FOMO is what they call it. And it's real. Last night I couldn't fall asleep at all. It was started to really hit me. And it's kind of a stupid thing, but we never really question it. Why do we feel this way and where it really comes from? We could write it off as stupid without really understanding why it is the way we feel or even why it's stupid. But here's the thing, we call it stupid, we brush it off, but we never actually ask why we feel it in the first place. And for some people, it's a simple answer, well, I'm missing out on all the good shit that's happening right now. And see, I watch the people around me, my friends, my coworkers, people my age, buying houses, starting families, or making a lot of money, let's say. And this isn't like a social media comparison thing like in my last video. This is real life. Like, these are people in your social circles that you're seeing. Like, this is fact. This is proof, not filters and just highlights of a person's life. People you actually know that are getting ahead. And for me, it hit me so hard because I'm just a regular worker at a fucking supermarket. All right. Now, at least I got a job in this economy. So, you got to be a little humble. But it's not really anything special, right? You're just a guy who works at a supermarket, or I am, rather. And so nobody really sees me as special. And honestly, I don't expect them to. But here's the part that really eats me. And maybe it does you too. You wake up every day, you go to work for 8 hours, you have to kiss your boss's ass, especially if you work in customer service, and you got to kiss the customer's ass. So you kissing all the asses that are coming in and out. Just for a smile and a thanks after they get something out of you. Now, hey, that's how it is. I'm not boo-hoo, oh, the world doesn't treat me nice. But you're invisible, you're replaceable, and not really important. No matter how much they want to make you seem in some of these companies, you're replaceable. And if you're replaceable, you're really not that important. Hard truth. Because companies will lay you off, bosses will fire you. Let me tell you something, company's still going to be there, regardless whether you're in or out. And it is what it is, but mentally, that shit destroys people. Because nothing crushes you like feeling your life is out of control. Or watching people you don't have to bow to, you actually do have to bow to. And you're watching these other people. Sometimes I see these customers, they walk in and I could tell they're either usually pretty wealthy or just by the way they walk, they don't gotta really bow to anyone. Now, there's always somebody you have to, everyone has got like a boss usually. But some are entrepreneurs, some have their own businesses, and it's different. They seem free, they seem confident, and they seem self-directed. So I started asking myself, how do I become like that? And you get probably the same generic answers. Oh, go to college. Oh, you got to make a lot of money, take 2, 3 jobs and stuff like that. Like, do I need a degree? Do I need a high paying job? Do I need 4 jobs? A better career path? Then I kind of came to the realization last night that none of that is really the answer to the underlying problem. And I was looking at Friedrich Nietzsche, and he said it perfectly. He said, the individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. See, the real answer is finding your own personal power, your inner authority, the thing that makes you you. And this connects to something Dale Carnegie, if you ever read the book, How to Make Friends and Influence People, I always remember this one passage. He says humans need to feel important. They need to feel, if I'm correct to use this word, special, right? We all have this inherent need to want to be special in some way, not famous, just valuable, either special in our own way, how we see ourselves, or in something that we do, something that we give to others, or special in someone's eyes, right? Special in the way we show up. And here's the connection. Special means rare, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't really be special, right? Rare means valuable because it's rare. It's not commonly found. It's not something that's very potent, like gold, right? That's why gold's so valuable, and other things, pearls, diamonds. And valuable means power, which is why gold is worth so fucking much. But power gives you control. Power, sometimes people look at power as a negative thing. Power gives you control, leverage, a sense of that your life is actually yours, that you direct your destiny. And sorry, I have to write things down because I'll go on a rant. When I see people who have that power, I admire them. See, because I also look at myself with disappointment. Because when I see people that are doing really well, it's not like envy or jealousy. I always have that thing in my back of my head, and maybe you have it too. Oh, they're doing so well. What about you? It's always like a constant reminder. I have a mirror held up to me. It's like, oh, they look really nice. And you? That could really screw somebody up. And I hate that feeling because the real power isn't social status. It's how you actually see yourself. That's why stoicism is, I believe, one of the most important things a human being can have. Or practice, rather. And there's other, maybe religion or whatever it is. So last night, when all the fear started creeping in, I just said, screw it. And this might not be the most stoic-esque kind of way of doing it. It's more like a drive. I said, fuck it. I'm not letting someone else's life ruin my own. And it's not like somebody's life is actually directly ruining my own, but letting that voice in my head about somebody else's life ruin mine, like back and forth like that. The whole fear of missing out is psychological bullshit, though. And the best part is that you can flip it. So I told myself, they're missing out. Because this is the part of my story where the underdog becomes the dog. I will tear through my path like a fucking pit bull. It'll be scary, it'll be painful, it'll be uncomfortable. I mean, that's life. But I'd rather die trying than die sitting comfortably knowing I could have did something. And it's not resentment. It's about refusing to let outside influences tell you who you are and where you're going. Yeah, maybe I'm in the back of the line now. But once I'm out, once I start getting ahead, there's going to be a line where I'm in the front. And you can be too. The world is hard, it's unfair. It will tell you that you're weak, a loser, not good enough. Good. Let them talk. Because see, they don't see your grind. They don't see your focus. They don't see the work behind the scenes. And if you're not grinding yet, this could be the start. And I hope this video can tap into something deep. Maybe you need to hear this. Maybe this is your moment. Don't let anyone pull you off from your path. You have to be ruthless. You have to be resilient. You have to be unbreakable. If this is the game that we've been given, then become the one who runs it. That's how you gotta go. Either go home or go out big. Who cares about embarrassment anyway? Nobody cares. The world keeps spinning and everybody's worried about their own embarrassing moments. Who cares about failure? Life moves on. World keeps on spinning. Rejection, same thing. Use it all to your advantage. Because everybody's focused on themselves. And you know what's funny? That person that I'm looking at is like, wow, look at how good they're doing. They probably feel like they're not doing anything good. They probably feel like a failure. They might even look at you and be like, man, this guy probably has it good. You're gonna be like, no way, you have it good. And I'm like, no way. And so, fear of missing out, who cares? Life has something new, and you can become that new thing. And if you ever feel yourself slipping, I want you to rewatch this. Because mental health is a real problem in today's society. And we need to be reminded that we do have options, that we do have power, that we do have a choice to make in this world. And it starts by making the choice that I'm not going to let this world break me. I mean, think about it. Your ancestors have gone through a lot worse shit than you probably have been through, and they didn't break. And you're here today as a result of because of them. And they've been through a lot of shit. We all have been through our own unique battles, and this is a different generation, and things are going really crazy fast. And we're just overstimulated and desensitized, and feels like there's no meaning in anything anymore. Only if you let it take over. You know, you gotta shoot for the stars, because most people won't even pick up the bow. They'll criticize from the sidelines while you're the one taking the shot. But as they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But you're not going to stop until you win. And after you win, you're going to keep on going. You're going to keep racking up those wins. You're here to fucking stay. You're here to fucking stay and make a statement. And if the world doesn't see you as worthy, then redefine what worthy is. Let me say that again. If the world doesn't see you as worthy, then redefine what worthy is. You are special, even if no one sees it, even if you don't see it yourself. But remember, the ones who are truly special, they don't broadcast it. They work in silence. They win in silence. And so will you. And I want to see you at the top, and I know you'll do it. Because there's one thing about human nature. I think I saw this in the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe. He says, nothing ever happens to a man who is not fitted by nature to bear. That's a Stoic quote. So I'll leave you with that. Hope this video helps. And see you in the next one.